Welcome to the 3296 Weather Podcast. Today is Friday, January 6, 2023. This episode of the 3296 Weather Podcast is brought to you by The Blend on Ballard. The Blend on Ballard offers a multi-shop experience. Whether you need beef jerky, baked goods, or the latest in fashion to wear, stop by The Blend on Ballard, 102C North Ballard in downtown Wiley. You will be glad you did. All right, well, it is Friday, so reason to celebrate for most of us. It was a short week, so that is something to be happy about, and probably more happy about as the weekend is right around the corner. We're going to talk about the weekend weather here in just a minute, but we're going to talk about the weather before that. So this morning, a little bit warmer than it was yesterday morning. We have temperatures in the mid to low 40s. Again, depending on where you're at. If you're out in the country, it might be just a tad cooler. If you're right downtown Dallas, it's probably a tad warmer. But you see 40s for the most part in the area. And again, the wind is out of the south, not too strong, probably 5 miles an hour, so nothing to be concerned about. I think that's what we'll see wind-wise the rest of the day. As far as cloud cover, no clouds to speak of in North Texas at the moment. However, we do have some higher clouds up to the north of us in Oklahoma. We have some low clouds to the south of us in south central Texas, which will be headed our way later today. So we'll probably have a partly cloudy day. And those low clouds are indicative, I should say, of some moisture that will be returning for our next storm system that will move through tomorrow. More details on that in just a second. As far as today goes, we'll see temperatures warmer than yesterday, temperatures in the low 70s. The further west you are, maybe mid-70s. The further east and northeast you are, still in the 60s. Like I said before, south wind 10, 15 miles an hour, maybe a little gusty in the afternoon, maybe over 20, but I don't think that'll be a widespread occurrence. And as I alluded to tomorrow, and I've talked about this in the last couple of morning weather reports, we do have a cold front weather system that's going to move through tomorrow. Now, the cold front, and it's not, again, it's a Pacific front, not an Arctic front, so no real cold air behind this, cool air. And we will see some cloudy conditions, maybe some patchy fog before the front moves through. And then in the afternoon, the front's going to move through. The biggest chance of storms will be south and east of Dallas-Fort Worth. There's not a zero chance we won't see anything, but most of the activity will be south and east of us. And those storms south and east of us could get a little strong as we move into the afternoon hours. The Storm Prediction Center doesn't have any severe outlooks for that area. They have a general thunderstorm outlook, but I wouldn't be shocked if they upgraded that to a marginal risk tomorrow or maybe later today. But even if they did that, I think most of that severe potential would be south of us. Now, if you're traveling this weekend across the country, you're going to see this weather system move through our area, going to move up to the northeast of us. If you're going up to the northeast part of the country, more winter, ice and snow. And Colorado Rockies, same thing, and Pacific Northwest in California, dealing with big storms out that way. So probably the best weather, other than this cold front that's going to come through tomorrow, the best weather will be right where we are. So there's nothing wrong with that. Again, temperatures the next 8 to 14 days will be above normal, not anything crazy. But again, temperatures as a reference normally would be in the mid-50s this time of year. So we're probably going to see temperatures in the 60s and low 70s for the most part. And precipitation-wise, the next 8 to 14 days, about normal. A little drier to the south of us, a little wetter to the north of us. So about normal. And again, as I've said, January is our second driest month, so that is nothing out of the ordinary. And going into next week, much like this week, really, temperatures in the 60s to lower 70s. We'll have a front move through on Wednesday and Thursday. Right now, that front is not looking too strong, but there's some indications from the models that that front maybe get a little stronger as we head into next week. And if that is the case, then we would see a better chance for showers and thunderstorms. Way too early to know if there's going to be any severe weather with it, but again, something I'll be watching as we get into next week. Well, that's it for this episode of the 3296 Weather Podcast. You can follow me, your host, Jeff Bickerstaff, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. For all the latest weather information for North Texas during severe weather events, tune into my live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks for listening, and remember, I'm watching the weather so you don't have to. Hope everyone has a great day, a great weekend, and we will talk to you soon.